Alright, so I climb, and my platform is the Lone Wolf hand climber seat I use, so I don't have to carry any sticks. So with that, I climb with my tether. I've seen some other techniques too of people climbing with their tethers versus their lineman's rope. So it's a little tougher on the rope. The tethered brand tethers, I went through about 3 of them, kept sending them back because they would fray and the white inner part was showing. So I got this Flag House. I got this from Flag House, this rope. It's a dynamic 11 millimeter rope. So far it's been pretty good. Seems much more durable. But if you guys have any ideas on what I can use to just protect the rope where it goes around the tree, right now I'll show you here in a bit, I just have 2 socks, 2 old socks. I put around the rope to kind of protect it so it wouldn't fray quite as much. So I know you really can't see the back of it, but it goes around the back of the tree. And they can kind of stretch. And it holds. This is a smooth bark tree. I'm in a birch now, but even in a rougher bark tree, it sticks really good because this rope has a tendency to slide down when you're sliding the rope up as you're going up the tree. So they do help a lot with that. But if you guys know anything, any kind of sleeve, or some people call it tree cambion or something. I was trying to look online. If you guys know anything that protects your rope. Alright, we got about 2 hours left. I'm hunting on the ground. When I first came into this spot, I saw 2 really, really big rubs. And really tall, like chest high. And you could tell had some marks way above the main mark, so it's a pretty good buck. But it's 50 yards from the car. So I continued to go up the ridge where we saw a lot of deer last year, but there wasn't any acorns dropping, no fresh rubs or anything. So luckily I got here really early. I had time to walk back down towards the car. I'm set up right in the corner of this public land. I'm about 20 yards away from these really big rubs with 2 nice trails coming in from the private. Whatever the way they come from, I should be good on my wind. Hopefully. It's supposed to be changing to a west wind, which is in my favor, so. really neat encounter with that. I think it was an 8-pointer. I couldn't tell if it had brow tines or not, but to my right, on top of this hill, I heard something walking. I looked back, and I saw some nice horns, at least 3 on one side. Pretty good, decent size. I couldn't tell if that buck was going to bed on top of there or if he was just passing by. So not knowing, I let a grunt out, a buck grunt. And then that's where the video started. After that, he came down the hill to probably within 15 yards. Can't see from the video, but I couldn't get a shot because behind me, I got that little tree, kind of a scrub tree behind me. So I couldn't really get a shot off. I thought for sure I needed him to come about 10 or 15 more yards down the hill. And he would have went right in front of me. And at the end, I attempted a pathetic snort wheeze. I need to buy one of those snort wheeze tubes. And then he ran off after that. He never snorted though. He saw me. You could see in the video, but that was a good buck. Probably a 2 or 3 year old. It looked pretty big body. It looked like pretty tall. I definitely would have shot him. Probably would have been my biggest bull kill. And a guy just walked out just a couple minutes ago. That encounter happened about 9 o'clock. It's probably about 10 o'clock right now. I'm going to sit till 1. Last year we saw movement all the way till almost noon in late October. And this is a good cold day, so I'm going to sit till probably 1 o'clock. About 3 more hours, we'll see what happens. Alright, it's 11 o'clock right now. If you just saw that, but about 45 minutes ago, a buck came from the same spot up on the top of that hill. And it was a much bigger one, chocolate horns. Kind of reminded me of my gun buck last year, which scored in the 150s. Really, really nice buck. Chocolate horns. Definitely bigger than that first buck I saw today. But I grunted over my other shoulder, hoping that buck would circle downwind. But he got 7 or 10 yards from my tree. And then I guess he could see everything he needed to. He didn't have to circle. He walked back up, and as soon as he started walking away, I think I got him on film a little bit for you guys to see. It's 11 now. I'm going to hunt for maybe another hour or so. Then I'm going to head up to the top where both those bucks walk through, right grunted them in. I think I can see a couple of trees with no branches to get up in for next time. So I'm pretty excited about this, to go up there and look. I don't think those bucks were bedding. I think they're just moving through, but we'll see if there's any buck beds up there, but I don't think there are. The guy from Whitetail Habitat Solutions, Jeff, I forgot your last name, Jeff, but tons of deer hunting knowledge. I just watched a video this week on if you're hunting cold fronts in October, and then you should stay on stand all morning could be good, and it sure has been. I saw some other deer down in the creek splashing around. I couldn't tell what they were, but you could hear them and see them. So they're moving all morning here. It's October 24th. But I'm excited. I think I'm close. If I can find a spot up there, I think I see a couple of trees from here. I think that could be a good spot come this time of year every single year. There are other guys that hunt this. One guy left like at 9. And not sure where the other guy went. There was 2 other vehicles. But it's been just a memorable morning. Just a great morning. Just blessed to be able to see those 2 bucks. Alright, I've been in the saddle now for about 4 hours. Tethered Phantom. It's really comfortable. I haven't had to move around too much, change positions every once in a while, but it's been super, super comfortable. I'm using a Lone Wolf hang climber seat as my platform and my climbing aid. And I was putting my knees on the trunk and pushing away from the tree a little bit and then lifting my legs up. And it took me a little longer than a regular climbing stand. But next time I'm just going to straddle the tree with my legs right up against the tree with one leg on each side of it and then raise my legs. I think I can raise them a little bit higher. I'll be able to get up the tree a little bit faster. So I'm still tinkering with this saddle setup. It's all new for me. But we'll keep you posted. Alright, some scripture I want to share. I've been meditating on these verses. 1 Peter 3, 8-12. Finally, all of you have unity of mind, sympathy, brotherly love, a tender heart, and a humble mind. Do not repay evil for evil or reviling for reviling, but on the contrary, bless. For to this you are called, that you may obtain a blessing. For whoever desires to love life and see good days, let him keep it. Let him keep his tongue from evil and his lips from speaking deceit. Let him turn away from evil and do good. Let him seek peace and pursue it. For the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous, and his ears are open to their prayer. But the face of the Lord is against those who do evil. I've been just meditating on that verse lately. The first verse 8 has been great, praying through that, praying scripture. Like, Lord, let me have unity of mind. Let me have sympathy. Oh, Lord, help me show brotherly love. Help me to have a tender heart and a humble mind. Those are great things, short things we can pray. Praying scripture is so good for us. And those are some great verses that we can pray. That whole section is. So we'll be talking more about that